This is a system administrator dashboard. Here you can see all the live tenders that are there at the present moment. To help with the explanation, I have just created a tender which has a live status right now. It has a deadline of 7:55 p.m. on July 12th, which is today. This was created by me just so that I can explain properly. If you can look carefully, I have also created a dummy vendor, which you will see right now. Dummy supplier 1, dummy supplier 2, who happens to have submitted their bid on this multiple material tender which I have floated here. So the interface which I used to create the tender is here. Here you can see tender. I click on tenders. The screen opens with the active workspace where at the corner, right corner, I have added a button to create this item and named it add tender. Once you click on add tender, you will see a screen formed like this for tender creation. Title, description, created by, the status, which you can keep as draft, live, awaiting evaluation, awarded, cancelled. Okay. Currency you can decide on your own. It is a text field, it is not a chosen field. You can write as INR or EUR or CHF or GBP, whatever currency you want. This is a currency character field. This does not account for any conversion or anything, compute in that matter. The start date time, you can create this tender for a future date and future time and cap it with a deadline date time. Here there is a checkbox called allow custom commercial terms. I would highly encourage this to be kept active. Ranks published is an optional field which I will suggest if you want to publish the ranks of the bidders on their own dashboard. They can see their own ranks. You can click on this. Source reference, this is again a reference field, a text field which you can use to trace your PR from SAP or your Oracle ERP, whichever you use in your organization. The tender number is a automatically numerated unique ID which is created. Since I created one tender earlier, so this one counts to 2. So DDR-2026- 5 times 0, 1 was already created, now this counts to 2. These are the tender items. You can create item number, item name, describe it properly, add the quantity, okay, and then you can scroll to your right, and you can also mention your expected unit price. Even though this is just for your own working, there is no significance. This will not be shown out to the bidder. The unit of measure, that is again a text field, you can choose on your own. Not choose, rather you can write on your own. You can add multiple items here. Okay. If by mistake you have created this field, you can also delete it. Sorry. Then comes the commercial terms and conditions. You can add payment terms or input terms and keep on adding the terms as per your own requirement. Display order is like, do you want to show this on the first commercial term or the second commercial term? You'll have to write it 0, 1, 2, 0 being the first, and later on you'll count like 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. Once you click save, the tender will be ready to publish as per the status. If it's a draft, it will stay as a draft. If it is a live tender, it will come out as a live tender. Then you can also do a post facto, like it is awarded. So you can just regularize the tender with the awarded selection. Okay. So this is how it is made, and then there are features like auctions. Then there are like these purchase order fields. You can create purchase order and add these purchase orders here. The tender by which you add this awarded bid to, so say dummy supplier 1 or dummy supplier 2, which is the L11, the purchase order number. Then you can choose a file attached to it. Then upload your username like this and hit save. Just add something. click on a file and hit save. So I didn't allow Excel file to be there. Let's add a PDF file. Okay, so this has been awarded to dummy supplier 2. Now I have dummy supplier 2 logged in already on this. So once I go to her dashboard, you can see the dashboard here for Jane Doe. That's the dummy supplier 2. For dummy supplier 2 has already participated in dummy tender 1. Her offer was submitted. Okay. We open the tender. So let me just close this. Save. This one has been awarded. Okay. And if I mention ranks published, click on the document. So mistake here, I have not set the ranks and with rank the tender rate supplier 1 rank is L2, total evaluated value say something 80, same tender 1 J is 1, say 70. What I can do here is I can go about and refresh this page. See, rank 1 total evaluated value 70. And for dummy vendor 2, which shows here, their submitted one is 88, their rank is 2. However, I have made a mistake. I have just written 80. This was supposed to be 88. In the moment, this was just a demo to show how it is done. Now coming back to this, show this bit, dummy tender 1, dummy tender 1, change to submitted. So these are the access logs, who and when they logged in, logged out. This is by default a very good feature. Access attempts. This will show the access attempts made to change anything. These are access failures, failure to change anything. These are the suppliers list. We can add supplier as a system admin. We can add supplier from here. This will open the form. We'll add this name, their address, their GST ID, name, contact number. Make them active so that they can log in and start bidding. I have not added many details because I think this is enough for once a company already has a ERP in place and they are just looking for a simple portal to face the bidders and get the invite the prices and invite the quotations. I think this is sufficient for any supplier to add and very easy on the database. So this is how we'll add suppliers. Then supplier ratings. Once you have entered the scores, you have evaluated for like if you are doing an annual score or a half yearly score, then you can use this dashboard, this workspace to rank your suppliers rating. So this is a good suppliers out of 5. I have rated them 4. This I can change later. I have thought to change this out of 100 or based on the organization's calculation. I can change the scoring maximum value here. Yes, this is what I have made so far, the basic outline. This is a Work in progress. This is an auction form. You can add a tender and then you can use the CD, Japanese reverse auction, forward auction, reverse English auction, status, live, lost, cancelled, scheduled. Tick size, this is the minimum price delta which by which the bidders will be able to change their bid. This is a technical approval. So once we add users who are going to technically approve of these bids or auctions with the organization, so we can then map those users with then using this drop-down field. Created by is again the purchaser or the purchase manager who is going to create the auction form. And commercial approval is obtained by the HOD of the department, purchase department. After which we can add auction participants. Of course, we have to have suppliers enrolled first, and then we can keep on adding them one by one. So there's this field check field which tells if the supplier has opted out of this option. You can go and manage the suppliers like this. So if I do this, if later I find that this supplier is qualified and has dropped out, I'll check this checkbox and let them know that the supplier has dropped out. Let me just say this one. This is a Japanese reverse auction. This interface shows how to create or change. As you can see here, it is a change form. However, I've created it just now and I've opened it and just trying to go to options, add options, and created this add option button. I've created this dummy reverse auction with the ID TDR as a 2026 5.0. Now this is a Japanese reverse style auction. The status I have put it live. The start date time is 8:58, 24 hours clock time, and I have capped its deadline date and time as midnight for tomorrow. The tick size I have kept as 1 rupee. This is created by Super System Admin, technically approved, commercially approved. I have added the participants here and created save. Now with the individual participants dashboard, they can search it here and they can reach the option here. They get a open link. They have already submitted their bid, however they can revise their bid multiple times as long as the option is live. Now you can see that we have not kept any commercial terms. However, if the vendor or supplier wants to add their own commercial terms which would enhance the quality of their bid, they can contact administrator. This footer link here, which I've written, contact purchasing by the footer link from here, or they can add their own attachments here. PDF or pictures, JPG files are acceptable. Revision they can do here. Last time I have kept it as 1499, so make it 1400. Submit. So this will be a revision in the bid, and the revised offer has changed. Now when I go to the admin settings, I see the live bids. I see the Jane Doe has submitted a revised bid. Earlier they have already submitted. Now they have revised. Like dummy supplier 1 has submitted once, so it shows as submitted. Now since dummy supplier 2 has revised their bid, so their bid status is shown as revised. Save. Okay. And save. Now when we go back to submit, we can see the commercial terms added. Coding and lodging. Now they can write their field, their scope within the curly braces and submit a revised bid. So this is the option I was telling. You can also